Listen
The
to people.
forest in Sambisa, the forest to see bandits, the forest to see IPOB and ESN. But they're all in Abuja. So there's failure of governance all through, from the executive to the legislature. That's why we got him. I and Sheikh Dr. Ahmed Gumi, we are doctors. Sheikh Gumi is a cleric. We dropped all we are doing to join this because it is our duty and responsibility to join in issues relating to our people. If a government is doing it right, we will have no business doing that. So, members of House of Reps or senators screaming, let's arm ourselves, they need to do the right thing. They have been the ones appropriating money to security agencies. They have been the ones to checkmate this government. Have they done their job? How often do they go back home and listen to their people? That's why they are elected. So, corruption and bad governance is what is bringing this issue. And I've told all these politicians, all they are interested now is they are scrambling for office for 2023. Oh, consensus, zoning, when our real issue, the land is drenched with blood.
So, Professor, what would you suggest? What would you suggest? What would you suggest, really? What would you suggest, really? You have said that the members of the House of Representatives and the senators, they don't really even understand what is even going on in their constituency. They should be the ones headed towards the forest to root out or to even talk to this bandit. But what do you really suggest right now? Every day we wake up to news of killings, news of kidnapping. Nigerians mostly don't even sleep with both eyes closed. What do you suggest? If we don't, if we're not allowed to bear firearms, how do we begin to protect ourselves when you said the government has seemingly failed us as a people? How do we secure ourselves? How do we make sure that we can live? Because it's only the living that can actually hope for tomorrow.
And just to add to that, you've also talked about that as a recipe for disaster. The fact that if people will have to bear arms, don't you think it's a good recipe? Because constantly you can't make an excuse. How do you explain the fact that people are being killed on a daily basis? And you have mentioned that the government has failed. Maybe we get to a point where these people can defend themselves against whether they are ISWAP, whether they are Boko Haram, or whether they are bandits. Now, these persons who are the group of persons or individual who are channeling their grievances and whatever it is, are they channeling it to the right direction? Why are they taking innocent lives? Persons that have no concern with all of this. Does it even make sense? So maybe we should get to a point where we all bear arms so we can defend ourselves and it gets very bloody.
Good. Well, Mercy, I've lived in the United States longer than I've lived here. The Second Amendment of their Constitution is the right to bear arms. And they're still struggling with this, a problem. You have people going into school children going into school and mowing down their classmates. Every day there's mass shooting in the United States. That is a place where there's control. Here, things are out of control. It means there is... Recently, I was reading the report of the Auditor General of the Federation 2019. Over 17,000, close to 18,000 rifles and ammunition are missing from police armory. They are certainly not somewhere hiding. They're sold to criminals. So we need to be careful. Governance, good governance is what we need. A reduction in corruption. In the United States, I've lived there longer than I've lived here. People carry arms. I used to have my guns. People go postal and kill everybody. Do you want to carry arms? Be my guest. Anarchy will room in this country. What we need is a government and a people that care. Government that will govern with the milk of humanity. I don't see that all across this land. I had you guys, when I was off, I had you guys listening about Lagos. Lagos is not El Dorado. The poverty in Lagos is more than the poverty anywhere else, in spite of the money going there. In spite of the money. A sea of poverty all over in spite of all the billions. Out of school children selling bread. People living on riverine areas. It's all governance and corruption all across this country. There is not a place you pick and make us an example. It's just a matter of degree. The governors have gone berserk. Building flyovers and tarmac is what they consider as development, instead of investing on people. So it's all over this country, and we will get to a situation where all hell will break loose if we do not take care of governance and reduce corruption. Reduce corruption. For the amount of money that is coming into Lagos, should be better than that. For the amount of money that Rivers State is getting, should be better than that.
Okay.
Simple.